Imagine if someone handed you a 100 rupee note and told you to hit them with a broom. What would you do? The boy didn't think twice and swung the broom. But shockingly, while the hit landed on Dan, it was Grandpa who screamed in pain. To test this, Jotaro also landed a powerful kick on Dan, but as Dan went flying, Grandpa was sent flying through the air too. Dan then revealed his dark secret. His stand, lovers, had already secretly sneaked into Grandpa's brain long ago. This simply meant that if Jotaro even laid a finger on Dan, Grandpa would suffer the pain multiplied several times over. Hearing this, Jotaro was furious. He summoned his Star Platinum to teach Dan a lesson, but Kakyoin stopped him right in his tracks. Hitting Dan now meant putting Grandpa's life at extreme risk. They had no other cure for Dan's trick. Taking advantage of the moment, Dan smashed a heavy stone over Jotaro's head. Seeing Jotaro in this helpless state, Grandpa and Kakyoin immediately ran away to figure out a plan. As they left, they told Jotaro to keep Dan away from Grandpa at all costs. Dan didn't panic at all. His stand lovers might have been weak, but once inside someone's body, it could be controlled from miles away. He didn't care that Grandpa ran away. Now, he had only one goal: to torture and humiliate Jotaro in every possible way. First, he snatched Jotaro's wallet, an expensive watch. Then, he went to a watery path and forced Jotaro to become a human bridge for him. Jotaro refused at first, but Dan cleverly kicked his own leg. Seeing Grandpa's life in danger, Jotaro had to bow down. Dan stepped on him and started dancing joyfully on his back. Jotaro swore to himself that he would silently endure all this humiliation for Grandpa's sake. Dan's madness didn't stop there. He took Jotaro to a jewelry shop and ordered him to steal precious ornaments. The moment Jotaro picked them up, Dan started shouting loudly, framing him as a thief. The shop guards came and beat Jotaro severely. Jotaro was badly injured, but to avoid hurting innocent people, he didn't use his stand. The guards threw him out on the street like trash. Dan, holding the jewelry, started mocking Jotaro, but then Jotaro smiled. He said he was just eagerly waiting for Dan's terrifying downfall. On the other side, Grandpa had come up with a brilliant plan. Using a TV kept on the roadside, he shrank Kakyoin and Polnareff's stands to a microscopic size and sent them inside his own body. Traveling through the veins, both of them reached straight into Grandpa's brain. There, they saw that Dan's stand was planting a dangerous flesh bud of Dio inside Grandpa's brain. Without a second thought, Polnareff attacked it with his silver chariot and sliced it in half. But then, a terrifying game began. Suddenly, two enemies appeared in front of Silver Chariot. Kakyoin realized it was a trap. Lovers had used Grandpa's brain cells to disguise itself and create clones. Kakyoin immediately launched an emerald splash attack with his Hierophant Green. The enemy was shattered into pieces, but it reassembled and split into even more parts. In the blink of an eye, an entire army of enemies stood right there. Will Kakyoin be able to save Grandpa from this terrifying army? What happens next will blow your mind. What do you drink the most during the day? Water, tea, or coffee? Let me know in one line in the comments. To watch part 2, like the video and subscribe to the channel right now.